Hey, Thrivesters, we have a three-peat. Is this your third time on the podcast?
Yes. Yes. I was thinking about that this morning.
There's only one other person who has been on the podcast three times, and you know her, and she is our dear friend, Brenda
Brenda.
Johnston. Yeah.
Yes.
So Thrivesters, before I go down a rabbit hole here and dive right into it, here's, first of all, welcome back. It's April. This might be one of my favorite months because we've all been in hibernation for months, and all of a sudden it's just boom, game on. It's like, okay, the crocuses are coming up. The what are those called? The bulbs are coming up. Bulbs. We're getting rid of all the nasty stuff that we held onto all winter. And I love it. It's about renewal. And I'm all about renewal, as you know. I invited Elisa Ellis back. For those of you who don't know her, I'm going to have her introduce herself in a moment. But Elisa, I like to call her a style coach. She'll tell you what she calls herself in a second. And we are going to talk today about practical tips. Practical. This is tactical, practical. I like that. I like that alliteration. Practical, tactical tips to clean out your closet. And there's a reason why I wanted to invite Elisa back, and this kind of dawned on me. I have finally reached the point where I'm purging my closet, and it took probably 5 years to get there. And I was looking through all of these things, and I woke up one day and I said, this is the day. I had been preparing for that with these practical, tactical tips so that when I was mentally ready, which, as you know, took like 5 years, I could just do it. And what happened when I finally did it was I realized, and Elisa, I don't know if I told you this, but I realized every day I was walking into my closet looking at a version of myself that I no longer am. So every day I had this like, oh, I don't need all this. I don't need all this. I don't need the 5 blazers. I don't need for me, it's a pink leather jacket. I mean, I do need the pink leather jacket. That's staying, but all of these things from years. And if you think about it, your closet really, it's like a timeline of who you were, who you want to be, who you thought you were going to be, who you might be. And usually for me, it's not really who I am at the moment because I'm always thinking about pre-me or post-me. But anyway, I'm rambling, and I was very specific with Elisa that we weren't going to spend much time on mindset. And of course, I spent the first however many seconds talking about it. So Elisa, introduce yourself, please.
Thank you for having me. And even though you didn't want to talk about mindset, I think it's a really important piece because you have to deal with that. I am Elisa Ellis. I'm a wardrobe stylist. My business is Turnkey Style, and I work one-on-one with professionals to assist them with letting go of what's not working for them. And then I work with corporations on how to get their teams to up level because there's all sorts of data and research behind what you wear and how you show up.
I love it. So what I love about what you do is I love a lot of things about what you do. One of the things I like the most is what you do applies both as to the individual as well as to the corporation. What I really love about what Elisa does, I mean, I love a lot of things about what she does. What I really love is you can help companies, you can help leaders, you can help HR, you can help sales, you can help moms, you can help retirees, you can help college grads. Like what you do really applies to everyone. And I just love that because you never stop shedding who you were. You never stop going through different stages of life. So anyway, I went off on a little tangent there. That's one of the things I love about what you do. So, Elisa's back, and we did 2 podcast episodes where we talked a lot about your identity and, having to let go of who you were so that you can make room of who you want to be and all of that stuff. And we'll probably touch on some of that today. And at the same time, I was really specific with Elisa that I want to be really specific. Physically, what can the Thrivesters do to clear out their closets? Because we're all doing that right now, or a lot of people are doing that right now. And how can they really just finally do it and set themselves up for this life where they're thriving every day? So what do you got? What can they do?
So my first tip is to turn your hanger around every time you wear something. It sounds really simple, but it gives you data. Like it literally gives you data of what you're wearing and what you're not wearing. And you can do it for 30 days. And if you live somewhere seasonally, maybe 60, but I don't recommend going past that because you will see what you're wearing and what you're not. And we typically wear the same things over and over.
So walk us through that, because I've heard it 1,000 times, but somebody maybe hasn't. So what do you mean when you say turn your hanger?
So like if I wear this blouse, after I wear it for half the day, I wash it, don't wash it, whatever it is. You turn it around. You literally turn the hanger around the opposite way in your closet. I've heard different people say different things, like they turn it inside out, they
Oh,
turn it upside down, whatever. For me,
right.
I just turn it around backwards. And then you can see after 30 days, all the different hangers, they're either turned around backwards or they're not turned around at all. And you know what you wore. You also know what's collecting dust. It's really easy to see what's working for you and what's not. And so then you start working with that little section or big section, could be big. But I really encourage people to set a timer for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. I'm not one of those people that can throw their entire closet out on their bed and then start going at it. That gives me anxiety. I need
Yep.
small chunk down tasks that I can do that are easy and not overwhelming. So
So
that's,
can I pause you for 1 second? Because
yeah,
I want to go back to the hanger because I'm not done understanding the hanger thing yet. So
okay.
you turn the hanger around and then you see, okay, these 5 blouses I have not worn in the past 60 days. I didn't wear them. So what do you do with those?
So then you would I would set my timer for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. And then, is this something I need to take to the tailor? Is it something I'm going to donate? Or is this something I'm just going to toss because it's old and has stains and holes in it? Like, there's a reason you're not wearing it because
What
it
if I,
doesn't fit,
yep.
don't like it. And look, it could be seasonal. We're about to go into the middle of the Texas heat right now, but I've already looked at all the pieces that I didn't wear from fall. Okay, I didn't wear them. Why didn't I wear them? Is it because I don't like them? They don't fit? They're uncomfortable? Those are questions that I ask myself because that's a hanger that's not turned around and I didn't wear it all fall or winter. So what's going on there?
So could we say, and you'll see why I'm asking this in a second. The hanger is now data. So this is now data.
Yeah.
This is information. What would you say if I were to say to you, oh, but I really love this blazer. It's a Ted Baker and it costs $400.
So if you were to take, would you take $400, literally cash, and hang it in your closet indefinitely? You laugh, but it's a really good visual. And the answer is likely no.
Yeah.
So you may have spent a lot of money on it,
I
but
mean,
the reality is you're not wearing it. And so it hanging in your closet is doing you no good.
I was listening to a podcast. She's a little controversial, but I was listening to Bethany Frankel podcast. I like to break it
Right.
up. And she was talking about purging. I've listened to this twice actually. And what I love that she says is she goes, it was a $400 mistake. Get over it. It was a mistake.
Right.
Move on.
Yeah. And maybe it wasn't a mistake. Maybe it served its purpose and now you're done. And
Yeah, I
and
love it.
that's why I'm really big about donating items, because that piece is going to fit somebody else perfectly and make them feel amazing and give them confidence
I love
and
that.
all the things.
I
Whether
love
they're
it.
looking for, I personally recommend uh battered women's shelters. You can resell it, you can do whatever you want with it, but there's somebody else who's going to wear it and love it and feel fantastic in it.
That's such a great way to look at it because I look at it as, I really invested in this piece. Now it's just going to go to waste. It's not going to waste. Somebody's going to love it. Yeah, it's going to make someone's day. It might change the trajectory of somebody's life if they wear it
Right.
on a job.
Right.
That's great. That's great. So the hangers and the timer, that's the same step, right? That's the same idea.
Well, you turn the hangers around, you give it 30, 60 days. And now that you've done that, now set a timer for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, whatever you have in your day,
Yep.
week. I try and do it for 5 days. And then pick a category, whether it's jeans, tops, t-shirts, pants, skirts, pick one category
Yep.
and just go through that section. Like, I'm going to go through my jeans today. Let me pick, some people have 5, some people have 10, some people have 15. So I'm just going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to go through however many I can. Am I keeping this? Am I wearing it? Am I having them tailored? Like, I just pulled out a pair of jeans I haven't worn all fall and I realized it's because they're too long. I'm going to take them to the tailor.
This pick 2, 5, or 10 minutes for 5 days. As you're saying that, I'm thinking about ritualizing it because that's what I do. So I would say, okay, this week I'm going to take my coffee into my closet with me or whatever. And for that 10 minutes that I have my coffee, that's what I'm going to do. That is such a great idea. And it's also habit stacking. So I'm going to drink my coffee. So why not tag that with it? I really like that.
And while you take your coffee with you, grab, I have the paper bags from the grocery store, the brown paper bags. I'm old school. I take 2 of those with me. This is for a donation. These are the things I'm donating. These are the things I'm tossing. And these are the things I need to take to the tailor.
It's
I
so
mean, I have
interesting.
different bags.
So I used to do keep, donate, toss. And when I was younger, I would invite my little nieces over and we would put everything on the bed and we would have keep, donate, toss. Never did it occur to me to bring it to the tailor. Never. That would have been a donate. Like, well, I liked it. Why wouldn't I just bring it to the tailor? It's a really good point. It's a really good point.
Well, and to go back to the $400 Ted Baker jacket, right? Like I've had pants or skirts that at one point were midi skirts. And well, what if I turned it into a short skirt? Or I've lost weight or I've gained weight. Maybe they can
Yeah.
take the,
Yeah.
waist out or waist in, or maybe I'm not wearing these pants. Like I just took a pair of pants to the tailor. It doesn't have belt loops. And so I don't wear them because I happen to like belts. I happen to have kept the material at the bottom of the pants when I had them hemmed.
Yep.
So I took it to the tailor and I said, please put pant loops on this
Great
because
idea.
these pants were an investment piece. I don't plan on giving them away, but I'll wear them a lot more.
It's a great idea. So what would you say about, because when I first called you, I think did I mention the 5 white blazers?
No.
Did I mention that to you? I have 5 white blazers in my closet, 5. I don't need 5. I don't,
No.
but I like them all. So how do I choose which 1 or 2 to keep?
Well, I'm going to say you may like all 5 of them, but which ones are you actually wearing? Because I'm going to, oh, now, well, see, you just answered my question. So you might like them, but you're not actually wearing them. There's a difference, kind of like the $400 investment jacket.
Okay.
If you're not actually wearing them, then I say keep
coaching.
1.
Yeah, this is live coaching right now. This is live coaching. I have 5 white blazers. I don't wear any of them. I think I will. So what I'm going to do is, how about if I do this? I have the 5 white blazers. I think I'm going to wear one of them 30, 60 days. We're approaching May and June. I can wear a white blazer, right?
Yes.
If I don't wear them in the next 30, 60 days, or let's just say by the end of the summer, or whatever, but 90 days, they're out. I didn't wear them.
Yeah. And I would bet you that if you actually tried on those white blazers, you could probably get rid of at least 2 of them because the physical trying on of them would make you realize, oh, this one fits me a little bit better, or this one's not as comfortable as I thought it was, or this one goes with the pants I wear all the time, or like there's something that happens when you try something on, which is why I have people try things on when I'm working with them, because there's a literal visceral reaction. You either stand tall, and you and I have talked about this, you either stand taller or you start to futz in your outfit because it's not quite right. And so I would probably be willing to guarantee you that out of the 5, at least 1 of them, you're going to be futzing with them, if not 2.
I'd say 4 probably, or 3. I mean, why did I buy 5? Like, because they obviously weren't working for me. I bought 5 because, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to report back on that.
Okay.
Can we go back to the bags from the grocery store? Because this is really interesting. So when I do these closet purge, so I do what you can't stand to do. I'm like, I'm going to spend all day Saturday and I put everything on the bed and it takes hours. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm angry. I start making bad decisions, but I have the boxes and they're the perfect boxes and they're perfectly labeled. Like, no, grab a bag from the grocery store, grab a trash bag if you have to, like whatever, and just write on it. And yeah, I love that. Like, I love that. It's a perfection.
If I was to wait to label all the things and get the special boxes and all those things, it would never happen. I have to make it as easy as humanly possible. So that's why I get the brown paper bags, because I always have those. I mean, I literally have a row of brown paper bags in front of me.
Yeah.
Because I need to call the shelter that I work with to come pick them up.
Yep. So let's go back to the shelter. So the shelter, you can find them and they will come pick it up.
Yes, some of them will. Some of them you can drop them off. But I particularly find shelters that are consignment, that work with consignment stores where you can go. Women who are in need can go and just use tickets. They're not actually using money to buy them like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army. It's these women have left abusive relationships and literally have nothing. So it's about going in and finding an outfit for a new job interview, or you have the job, now you need the outfit for the job. and those types of things, because I think that makes a difference. Not that Goodwill and all the other places are not good, but those are just what I find that work for me and my clients.
And I'm sure you can find the nonprofit of your choice. Like you can
Yes.
do a religious one. You can do,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
What I find, what I found has been a game changer for me is because I'm purging my condo slowly and surely. What works is if somebody's coming to pick it up. So I'll set the appointment. They'll be like, oh, our trucks are going to be in your area in 6 weeks. I'll
Right.
say, yep, please come. And then I know I have all this time to get ready and they're going to pick it up. Because have you ever seen the meme that, or the joke that says, thank you for helping me clear out my 5 bags of clothes that are now in my trunk and have been in there for 3 years, right? Like,
Right. Yes.
it's for me, it's the ease. It's like, okay, if somebody's going to come and get it, there's no excuse. There's just no excuse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Okay,
then you
cool.
have, just like you said, there's an end date. You have until this time to get it done.
So I have to tell you a funny story. You might think this is funny. Elisa has met Danny. I said, hun, you got to get rid of some of these sweaters. He has so many sweaters. Okay, you got to get rid of some of them. Okay. So I was going through the donation bin and there's a beautiful sweater in there. I go, why are you getting rid of this sweater? He goes, well, you told me to get rid of some of my sweaters. I'm like, I didn't mean like really good ones that you like. He's like, well, it's so funny, but that's a good point. So if you cohabitate with someone, same goes for them, right? If you share a closet, I mean, I know you don't share a closet, do you? No.
I do share a closet, but my husband actually has to be very, we have a really big walk-in closet.
Right,
So,
right.
But my husband actually he's very good at letting go of clothes. If he gained 10 pounds and he has clothes that don't fit him, he lets go of them and he goes buys. And I find it fascinating that he has no problem letting go of clothes that he spent money on, good clothes, and then going and buying good clothes versus quite a few of my clients are women. And well, I can't get rid of that because I spent money on it. But he doesn't have the same emotional attachment to the money or the clothing item.
I wonder if he would have the same outlook on his tools.
Maybe. Maybe computer equipment. He keeps computer equipment.
Right. So you'd be like, toss it. Anyway.
Right.
Okay, so we have the hangers, we have the bags, and figure out ahead of time where you're going to donate it. What else would you, trying them on. What else would you say? Yep.
Can I go back to so you commented on Danny's sweater, but that's a nice sweater, right? He's like, well, you said to let go of it. So the same could apply really to the white jackets, right? They're all really nice jackets, but you could let go of, like, do you see where I'm going?
I do, but he didn't let go of the sweater. I said, why are you getting rid? He didn't want to get rid of it. Like it wasn't the sweater that he should get rid of. It was, he wears it. He likes it. Like,
oh, okay.
I'm like, this is one of my favorite sweaters. Like, what are you doing? Well, you told me to get rid of them. Like, not all of them. Anyway, it was funny. Okay. No, you're right. You're right. Okay. So
turning the hanger around.
Yep.
Setting a timer, doing it by category.
I love that. I love the daily. Daily, I like that.
Figuring out where it's going, right? Like you and I actually talked previously about it doesn't necessarily have to be a shelter. It could be consignment.
Yeah. So that was a great tee up. So what Elisa's talking about is I had a beautiful purse that I wore on my mini honeymoon, and I wore it once on the honeymoon. I have not worn it since I've been married for 7 years. I just don't wear it. It's beautiful. I love it. It's really super bougie, and I'm just not going to wear it. I'm just not going to carry it. I'm just not. So I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm done. But before I got to that point, what happened was I walked by this beautiful purse consignment store, and I walked in and she had beautiful purses, and they were great price. I mean, they were, high-ish prices, like, they weren't super cheap. So you knew they were quality. She was getting a good price for them. I said, what do you take? What do you not take? What's your process? She's like, oh, take a picture, send it to me. We agree on a price. Blah, blah. And so that when I was ready, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And now I know exactly where to take it. And I know exactly how to consign it. And I did that with the purse. And then I'm like, ooh, what about these shoes? I did it with 2 pairs of shoes. So it's really knowing how to do it and figuring out where it's going if you're going to consign it, for me, because I'm like, where am I going to take this? Like, I don't know. There's so many places.
And then there's other organizations like the closet organization. What's the closet organization store? It's escaping me right. Container Store.
Yes, Container Store. Yeah.
The Container Store has a collaboration with ThreadUp where if you send a bag, if you request a bag, you send a bag into ThreadUp,
Huh.
they will give you some type of discount or credit with the Container
Oh,
Store.
that's cool.
And so depending on what you have and how much you have, and if you don't want to go the donation or the resale consignment route, that's another route that you can go to ThreadUp. You can just put all your clothes. Now, these are clothes that can be resold, right? But you're taking a credit for the Container Store versus ThreadUp. And then ThreadUp has their own, program as well. There's other
Yeah.
programs similar to that you can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. And then we talked about, this is for higher end stuff. So Rulala will come, not Rulala,
Real.
Real will come and purge your closet with you. I mean, that's, if you're retiring or, you had a bunch of bougie stuff and you don't need it anymore, that's a good way to, they
Right.
come and do everything. It's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a big piece. I mean, I know when we're doing the tactical things, but when you're going through your clothes, you have to, where am I wearing this? Because I mean, I've worked with clients who, post COVID had 15, 20, what I'm going to call gala dresses in their closet,
Wow.
in one of their closets. But are they going to those types of events? Right? And if they are, how many are they really going to? And so do you need the 15, 20, or do you need 5? Those are the types of questions you really need to start asking yourself and being realistic about what your current life looks like.
And it's interesting you bring up COVID because as you're saying that, I'm thinking about COVID changed how we live. COVID changed priorities. They changed values. They changed my priorities and values, that's for sure. There's the remote versus in person and all of that, but it really changed how we live. And if you haven't adjusted how you live every day tactically to how you live in your mind, then there's a disconnect. And every time you go in your closet, you're battling with your new identity.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to give one more tip, and that's the
Yeah.
idea of, as you go through the clothes in the category, put them together in the category as you put them back. And the reason is then it'll be easier for you to see, oh, look, I have 5 white jackets, or I have 10 black shirts, because I've worked with clients where they organize and they put things in baskets or they put them in drawers. And then what happens is they forget how many they actually have. And the visual of putting things together by category really helps you see what you have and what you don't have and how many of any one given thing that you may have.
Oh, yeah. I'm aware of that. I really like this idea of the chunks and the categories. I never thought of that because again, I always say, today is the day. I'm going to do the whole closet.
Yeah,
and what you're saying is maybe one day you do blouses, the next day you do pants, the next day you do blazers.
Yes.
That's really,
Yes.
It's really, if you do that for a week, at the end of the week, you've just blown through 5 different categories of clothes. I really like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you just take small amounts of time and even if it's 2 or 3 pieces per category, right? Over the course of a week, let's say you go through 3 pieces in 2 minutes. That's 15 pieces potentially over the course of just Monday through Friday. That's a big thing for a lot of people. That's a big dent depending on what you have and what you don't have. And it starts to give you clarity about, oh yeah, I don't want that anymore, right? The more you do it, I think the clearer you become on what works for you, what doesn't. That's part of why I have people try on clothes when I'm working with them. Because usually after 5 to 10 minutes, I don't even need to try that on. I know it's not going to work for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's a good point. What would you say, all right, now we're getting into the mindset. What would you say, you knew we would, about, I'm just going to hold on to those pants in case I gain the weight back.
Mm-mm. You're not that person anymore. You're literally not that person anymore. So even if you gained the weight back, you'd still be a different person. And I hear about this in the alternative. Well, what if I lose 10 pounds? Okay, even if you do lose the 10 pounds, they may fit you literally, but they no longer fit you figuratively. So those jeans you're hanging on to from high school, you are not the same person you were in high school.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So they don't fit you.
Right.
And
Literally.
I talk about that in the book, right? The client who got new clothes, new job, new position, walked into the board meeting, 2 days out of the 3 were awesome. And the one day was not. And when she reported back, it was because she brought the comfy sweater from home that was part of who she used to be before she stepped into this new, I'm going to say persona position, who, she literally had new clothes, stepped into this new person she was becoming. But that sweater that she brought from home because it was comfy, it made her shrink.
Yeah.
Literally made her small. She didn't lead. She didn't give ideas. She didn't collaborate. The great thing was she immediately recognized that she literally shrunk because it was this old sweater from home. It was this persona she used to be.
What'd you do with the sweater?
She got rid of it.
Okay. I just wanted to check. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned very casually, it's in the book. What book?
The Style Advantage. I say what HR can't.
The what? Well, I say what HR can. So the Style Advantage, it's a book tell me who the book is for.
The book is for professionals who are looking to level up. I mean, in today's changing world, I'm going to say, we're all looking for an advantage on how to stand out. So this could be for an individual or for teams, because I truly believe that how you show up every day gives you an advantage or a disadvantage. And it's a quick read. It has lots of research and data that backs up all the things that we're talking about. And
Right.
It has some real life stories that are anonymized.
Yep.
They're,
And we will link to it in the show notes. So tell me, what else do you want the Thrivesters to know about really clearing out everything in your closet that is keeping you stuck to this old identity?
I would say, I'm going to use an example from this weekend. I worked with 2 clients who were hanging on to pieces for a variety of reasons. They decided to invest in themselves, buy new clothes. And it wasn't even, they weren't expensive clothes, they weren't brand name clothes. But when they put that new, because they let go of the old, it gave them space for the new. And there was literally a noticeable vibe shift in how they stood, how they walked. I mean, it was dramatic. And keep in mind, again, these weren't trendy, label, expensive clothes, just some new pieces. And it completely changed how they showed up in the world.
Yeah. Do you
It's
happen
the
to remember?
possibility of what's on the other side.
I know. Well, that's why we're comfortable in the comfortable, which is why we continue to live that way. Do you happen to remember this? And this is totally off topic. Do you remember what were they holding on to in their closet? Do you remember? Like, was there anything that they didn't want to let go of?
Pieces that they were both in both cases, they were holding on to pieces they had spent money on that worked for them. Just like you said, this works for me. I'm comfortable. Why do I need? But at the same time, they knew they were ready for what was next, and they didn't know what that looked like exactly. And so that's why they hired me.
That's what's so hard. Like, I go back to the 5 white blazers. That's who I was. That's who I was. I want to keep her close. But I know that she's not there. She's gone, man. She's been gone a while. Yeah.
And what if what's on the other side is more fantastic than what you were?
It is. Yeah. Right. But you can't really step into that until you get rid of all the stuff that, yeah. Oof. Okay. Anything else? Closing thoughts, comments, suggestions, tips, musings, anything?
Style is not a size or a number on a scale. It's you deciding you're worth it.
Oh, I love it. I think it's a great way to end, right? All right. Say it again. Can you say it again?
Style is not a size or a number on a scale. It's you deciding you're worth it.
It's you deciding you're worth it, and that you are ready to go out there and thrive like you mean it. We'll be back, Thrivesters. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Elisa, for coming back the 3rd time.
Thanks for having me, always.
And we're going to put all the things in the show notes, and you can find her and find me and all those things. And until that, go out there and thrive like you mean it. Welcome to the Thrive Hive podcast, the place where success meets reinvention, and nothing, I mean nothing, is off limits. I'm your host, Nancy Medoff, speaker, coach, best-selling author, and former corporate VP who knows firsthand what it means to leave a wildly successful career behind, to build a dream business in life, then blow it all up again when it's simply no longer enough. This show is for the positive disruptor, the woman who's already done the big job, built the business, raised the kids, and still knows in her heart she is meant for more. Here, we don't wait for permission to feel free. We talk about reinvention, aligned ambition, managing our energy, boundaries, and the power of surrounding yourself with the right women. This is not a networking group. It's not a therapy session. This is a space for elevated, honest conversations about business, life, and what it really means to thrive. So if you're ready to stop carrying it alone, ready to connect with women who get you, and ready to design what's next with clarity and confidence, come on in. This is your space. This is your time. Welcome to the Hive.